my dear viewers. I'm going to discuss about a topic which is common debates, which is can computers think? First of all, I'm going to define this. Computer is a programmable device, a programmable device that inputs that processes that stores the processed data and reads the information. Moving forward, on this topic of can computers think? So the question, can computers think, raises in technology and philosophy. Computers can process data, solve problems, and even human behavior. But thinking usually means understanding and consciousness. So this poses a question whether machines truly think or just follow programmed instructions. So, discussing the question, can computers think, in relation to my problem domain, which is AI-powered mosquito trap. So this trap is developed to solve the current problem, which is malaria caused by mosquitoes. So the trap uses sensors and sound analysis to detect mosquitoes, distinguish them from other insects, and then activate a trap mechanism. So the AI trap recognizes patterns like wing beat frequencies, movements, size, and makes a decision to trigger the trap. The trap triggers a laser light that kills the mosquito. So for this trap, the input part would be the sound analysis and the sensors that input the data. And then the processing would be in the patterns, in the recognizing the patterns like the wing beats. And then the output will be triggering the trap. So moving forward, according to debates, arguments, and theories, debates like the Turing test, the Chinese room argument by John Searle, I came up with the following arguments as regards such debates because they were conducted or they were carried out in response to this question, which has been there for decades. So, firstly, computers cannot think because they do not possess real understanding. AI systems, for example, this mosquito trap powered by AI would just stimulate human intelligence. It won't involve deep thinking or deep understanding of what a mosquito is, the dangers of a mosquito. It will just carry out the programmed instructions. So it won't involve deep reasoning, or adaptation. So computers do not have true intuition. The AI-powered mosquito trap in this case would process input and generate output without self-awareness of feelings. So it won't know what it's working with, it will just be executing programmed instructions. It won't put in any emotions like happiness, sadness. It will just perform the program tasks at hand. So another point is they lack the ability to learn through acquired knowledge or skills. This would be through understanding, reasoning, and adaptation. For example, in the case of human beings, we learn from past situations that happened in the past. So we learn and adapt new solutions as regards those past occurrences. This is not the case for computers. They won't learn. So computers carry out something called memorization. Computers memorize their training data, and they use those memorized training data to carry out the programmed instructions. So it won't involve any form of learning, it will just be memorizing, which is not deep understanding of the concept at hand. So moving forward, the ability of computers to think depends on how we define thinking. Sold as sophisticated information processing. Then the AI-powered mosquito trap does think. If we were to define thought or thinking as sophisticated information processing, the trap processes input. For example, the sensory data, the sensor data, and applies rules and produces output that activates the trap when a mosquito is detected. So in this case, if we were to define thinking as sophisticated information processing, in this case, computers would think. But on the contrary, if we were to define thinking as conscious understanding, computers do not think, they do not really think. The trap wouldn't think because the AI used in the mosquito trap does not understand what a mosquito is. It just executes rules and learned patterns. It won't put deep reasoning to understand what a computer really is. So the part of conscious understanding would agree that computers do not think. In this case, the AI-powered mosquito trap does not think. If we were to define thinking as a conscious understanding. Moving forward, could we ever have a computer that is able to think? This is another question. Let's pose this question. Could you ever have a computer that is able to think? Probably we could ever have a computer that is able to think because there has been a big revolution from the first generation computers to the current fifth generation computers, where we have seen many computers being developed. So I strongly believe there could be a possibility whereby we could get a computer that could think. Probably programmers, if they keep on building smarter AI systems, scaling up would maybe lead to conscious understanding rather than powerful pattern recognition. So, in conclusion, at a smaller extent, computers do think, depending on how we define the term thinking. As we've seen, that computers thinking can be defined as sophisticated information processing. If in this context we are to define thinking as sophisticated information processing, then to a small extent probably we would have computers that think. But generally, computers do not think because they lack consciousness or even intuition, which is very key when it comes to thinking. Thank you, my dear viewers. I would like to conclude this discussion on that.